So this next section is comfort measures. So these are things that are going to make your labor enjoyable and comfortable and make it great. So the first thing we're going to do is creating your atmosphere. So there is a sheet that you have called Creating Your Atmosphere. And we're just going to go through that sheet together. I'll wait till you guys find it. Basically, what I want to encourage you to do is to think about what type of atmosphere would help you enter the presence of God during your labor. And so what kinds of, the first thing on there is sounds. What kind of things do you want to listen to? And maybe it's a worship set that you want to make. Maybe there are certain songs that bring you into the presence of God. I really encourage you with worship, you might want to try two. Have one that has words and then one that's also instrumental. Sometimes towards the end of labor, when you're just focusing and you don't want to think, words can be a little bit much. So I would have both, and especially like if God's giving you a theme for your labor, create a worship set around that theme of what He's speaking to you about. You can also do nature sounds and scriptures. I know for me, with the birth of Ben, scriptures were huge for me, and so that's what I listened to when I was resting at night. And so during the labor, during every contraction, Michael would read a scripture to me, and that was like got me into this place with Jesus. Especially for some reason that labor, Psalm 23, the Lord is my shepherd, I shall not want. He makes me lie down in green pastures. That whole thing. Every contraction, that was only when I let him read. I'm like, no, don't read any others. Like, read that one. Because it just put me in this place with Jesus where I was laying in green pastures and by quiet waters. And I think he read that scripture like 200 times that day. But it was amazing for me. So sounds, what else is on there? Visual, like what do you want to look at? Is there pretty pictures? Do you like looking outside? Scriptures on the wall like I did, candles. What visually would help you? And those are things you can bring if you're delivering at the hospital, like bring with you. So you can pack a bag ahead of time of like, babe, this would help create the atmosphere at the hospital for me. And, I do that as a doula. Like I'll bring tea lights and candles and put them out, and one of the moms was like, wow, it's like a spa in here now, And so you can totally create your atmosphere wherever you're birthing. Dim lights, if you're at the hospital, they often have bright lights on, but husbands, you can just, when they're done doing their thing and they leave the room, like dim the lights, like make it your space. Smells, like what smells do you like that put you in a happy place or a peaceful place? And that could be candles or essential oils. So just kind of think through those things at home. You can write them on there, and then you and your husband or doula can kind of prepare those things so they're ready for the birth. The other thing that can really help, one of the other things that can help during labor as a comfort measure is baths and showers. So for baths, especially during active labor, you don't want to take a bath too early, because in early labor, it can actually slow labor down. But once you hit active labor, nothing's really going to slow it down. Like your body's going to have this baby. And so then at that point, a bath can just feel so relaxing and wonderful. You just want to make sure the water stays around your body temperature. So 98, 99 degrees is basically, it can feel really good. You don't want it to be so hot that like you have to like ease down in, like some hot tubs, where it's like so hot you have to get used to it. You want to be able to just get into it, but it can be warm enough that it feels really good, and showers can feel really good. A lot of times, like standing in the shower and just that, the pressure of the water hitting your back, that rhythmic pressure can feel really good and be really relaxing. I see moms who will just stand there for hours. They're like, it just feels good in here. So if you are laboring at home or birthing at home, and you have control over your hot water heater, turn it up so that you don't run out of hot water in the middle of labor. What else can feel good? Heat, so like electric heating pads, rice socks, if you like those things. Like I love warm things, so a hot washcloth, you can put any of those things on your back or your abdomen. Some women like cold, so a cool wet cloth can feel good, frozen peas, cold can of soda. Kind of like, you know, if your muscle's sore, some people like icing it and some people like a heating pad. It's kind of the same thing. So one of those might feel good to you.